Don't hose me so bad. Don't hurt me. Am I back? Come on. Let me be back. All right. File hashed. I'm not done yet, buddy. I'm not done yet. I'm sorry about it. I don't know what happened. It made that little window sound. And I'm like, oh, man. I don't know why it made the sound. DM Hokey doesn't know why it made the sound. I don't know, DM Hokey. I just touched something. Like, I just touched something. Then it went. And then I don't know. Anyways, I'm hopefully back. Who knows? All right, so the guy makes a mistake. Rook BC1. That can't be right. What should he do? He should play Rook A1. So in the same way that I've got my own problems, he doesn't understand that he should just play Rook A1. And let's say the obvious. So trade the rooks. Defang my position. Enjoy the better structure. Because chess is easy. Okay, Rook BC1. Now I really blow it on myself. And I play Rook AC8. Oh, that's a gross move. Really gross move. So kind of a hard time these last, like I have a, it's interesting when you look at your games, anybody's games, there'll be like a stretch where things like get ugly. So I played H5, funky, H4, funky, Knight D7, sad. Was it a bad move? I don't know, but it was sad. And then Rook AC8 is definitely a poor move. Why? Because it's like, oh, now he's going to find Rook A1. Now the guy's going to find it. Right? That's not going to be, now it's not hard. So, and why are we on C8? I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why. Because the guy with Rook BC1, okay, let's put his intention out there. Intending Knight E5. Right? He's going to play Knight E5, trade everything off, take on C7. Now, here's where I came up in the post game that I was really happy about. Knight G5. Yeah, you're going to have to ask DM Hokey these technical questions, dude. I have no idea. Sorry about the viewers, man. I'm sorry about it, man. I'm sorry, bro. But I'll tell you what. We're stuck with the real fans. They knew I was going to be back. They knew I wasn't just leaving. All right. So here's my plan that I came up with in the post game. Knight G5, exclam. And I know that this was the move I was concerned with. Okay, let's write that. The move that Rook AC8 tries to address. And then I got this beautiful move, Rook A2. It's not like it's winning or anything. It's just a beautiful move. Let's say with very nice play. Now this I want to say is, this is where I would say it's more pleasant for black, even if I ultimately say it's equal. So for example, Queen B3, snick, snock, top, toop, tip, and we have compensation. Not winning or anything, just nice compensation. And he can do a variety of other things, but yeah, I feel like this is compensation. He could also, of course, take, and then I'm going to say that's also a fighting position. Eventually, my bishop will show up on C8, the other knight will show up on E4. Don't be making those jokes, DM Hokey. Don't be making it, man. We already had Daster get banned from Chess Kid. That was a low point for the dojo, man. Banned from Chess Kid. We're on the radar of the FBI now, man, after Daster got banned from Chess Kid. So don't be making those remarks, buddy. Kostya will be on us too, man. You kidding me? He's worse than the FBI. He'll be on us really bad. Okay, Rook A8. Disaster, ugly move. Rook A1, and now I just was like, oh God, this is sad. And I decided I had nothing better than to go back. Dude, and you know, I'm playing this lower rated player. I should be winning, and I'm not. Oh, disaster. I'm spending all this time on the clock, all this energy. All right, so the guy plays snip, snop, and then rook c1. Not a great move. Let's give it a funky move sign. And this is let's give it more than a funky move sign, just because it would have been so much easier for him to play rook a1. This is the phase of the game where he then starts to go astray. Rook a1, very pleasant position. Maybe I'll just tell KGB, I'll be like, dude, listen, when I do these annotations on chess space, when I say plus over equal, that means it's pleasant. That doesn't mean anything else. It just means it's pleasant. And if he wants to talk to chess space about creating a sign for it's more pleasant for white, or it's pleasant for me, and a different sign for I understand what to do in this position, then I'm all for it, man. If you want those signs, we'll write it out like that. Maybe we'll even invent some signs, and I'll put it in here. Smurberg, it's not that complicated, dude. Just go to our Patreon page. Yeah, give us some money. We do need some money. In all seriousness, let me just say, DM Hokey, maybe you're listening. Our channel isn't growing, dude. We have a great channel, and I enjoy it. I enjoy coming on here and doing this and all this stuff. But our channel isn't growing, dude. Our YouTube, you know, anemic, dude. And this thing is cool. We got like always around 100 people or something. But we need more. We need more, man. Okay. Firefox is better, huh? I hate Firefox, dude. And then that would, if he gets me to use Firefox, that would be like trying to teach an old guy to use new tricks, too. I know how to use Chrome, dude. All right. So rook c1. And let's write about rook c1. Obsessed with his knight e5 plan. Okay, so no, I don't. I think it would be great if he comes back, but it's not like it's like our numbers were still the same. You know, it's not like anything's really changed. Anyways, I'm not complaining. I'm just telling you guys, the dojo needs help. It does need help. And if you don't have any money, if it doesn't necessarily have to be money either. It's more like you can share a video on social media or something. Beautiful. Beautiful. You don't have to do, it's not just money, but money's helpful. Money's encouraging also. It means like, oh, dude, somebody cares. All right, queen f6. Maybe good from a practical point of view because I'm stopping knight e5. But on an objective point of view, the guy should still play rook a1. So here's, like I said, here's where he starts going astray. Knight c3. Now he's scratching the itch, which means that the bishop on b7 gets to do something, right? All right. Knight c3. 55. He's starting to tank a little bit. Same as me. When you don't know what you're doing, that's when you're going to tank on the clock. What should he be doing? He should play rook a1 with a very clear advantage. I don't know. Understandable advantage in the words of KGB. Okay. Knight c3. I play Knight g5, spending 1 minute. Time is now precious. I'm down to 30 till move 40. So 2 minutes a move, plus the 30-second increment. Dude plays knight d2. No lo puedo, buddy. Let's give that a funky move, Mark. And he spent 3 minutes on it. And, okay, let's just write the simple. In the next couple moves, white encourages me to build up my force count on the king side. DM Hokey, let me ask you a personal question, buddy. As a fan of the dojo, someone watching right now, Envy, thanks for following. Do you like it with the music? I know Bruce doesn't do it. And honestly, if I had the technical means to like put on some tunes, maybe I would. I don't think Kostya's listening to the music he's pumping out, right? He's just pumping it. So like everybody else is listening to his little jam, getting his groove on with his millennial tunes, but he's not actually listening to it, I think, you know? Anyways, I'd be interested what your take on the music thing is. I know most people do have the music. And sometimes I got to admit, after a long day and I tune into some stream and I'm just hanging out, listening to some music, it's not like I'm, you know, I can kind of tune it out, but it's also kind of pleasant, I guess. I don't know. Okay. So, here we go. Knight d2. Crazy move. I play queen e7, thankfully spending only 1 minute. Dude plays rook e1. Whoa. Or in the words of KGB, wow. Wow. Rook e1. Knight f6, thankfully spending only 1 minute. And let's just say the obvious, he should be playing rook a1. I'm not even going to say anything more about it. We all know he should play rook a1. Interesting question for KGB. What will KGB say? Will he agree with me about rook a1? I got a lot of questions for the guy. And then today around 3. So I'm going to do that stream. I'm going to do my lesson from 2 to 3. And then after that, I'm hoping to come on, if my eyesight hasn't failed me yet, and do KGB. All right, so knight f6. And now, yeah, the guy's just on tilt now, bishop e2. Now, it's funny, I was saying just a half a second ago, I was like, one of the things the kid did well, this guy's not really a kid, he's just younger than me, as everybody is, but I was like, one of the things he was doing well was like, he wasn't thinking forever on the intuitive moves, but he's going to think on moves where he needs calculation. And in hindsight, that's not true. That was an untrue statement, Cry. The guy is tanking on these weird moves that he's doing, and he's tanking exactly the way I tank. This is the way I think it's common for everybody. You tank on positions you have no idea what to do, and then you play some weird, bogus nonsense like bishop e2. Intending knight f3. Were you just there on knight f3? Yes, you were, son. Yes, you were. You were just there. So let's write that. Intending knight f3. Or let's say intending to go back to knight f3. Okay. Okay. People talking about music. I love music. I don't want to do it at least when I'm studying chess, at least this stuff. Maybe if I'm watching like World Cup, but anyways. I then turn up the heat with a nice move, queen e6. Now, if I'm going to become a GM, return to becoming a GM, redeem my GM status, and it's moves like this. Let's give it an exclam. Well, I'm turning up the heat a little bit. And he then tanks for 11 minutes and plays the passive knight f1, which honestly maybe he has to do something like that. Admitting that things have gone wrong. Okay. So the key variation, this is fascinating. Knight f3. Knight h3. Mr. Maxers, thank you for raiding, buddy. Thank you for raiding. I will look for you in the sidebar to raid myself at a future date. I'm going over a game I played against a lower-rated dude. Only got a draw. Very disappointing tournament. But the point is, I'm going to show it to a old KGB operative later on this afternoon. I'm creating the notes. And then around 3, I'll come back on and share with kind of some of the things he said, and maybe check some of the positions with the computer, and that'll be my final word on this game. So, GH, Queen H3. Now, this is a fascinating position because I need you to see that Knight G4 is not yet a threat. So, it is a threat. Let's put, well, I think that's his best move, by the way, Knight B1. It is a threat if you play Queen D1 because of Knight G4. So you could ask yourself, why can't I play Knight G4 here? Fascinating question. Well, my friends, the answer is Queen H7. Ouch. Ay, Chihuahua. Mr. Maxer, sorry I misread it, but thank you for the sub. Yeah. Oh, I know why I got confused, because Mubot said Mr. Maxer's with the 13-month resub, and I just, corner of my eye is like, oh, that's 13 people rating. But I do thank you for the sub. All right, so Queen H7, amazing. And am I happy I saw it? Kind of. Anyways, it was disappointing when I saw it because I was like, oh, man, maybe this isn't so easy. And I kind of need to see it when I play Queen E6. Because otherwise, Knight F3 is like an end to my party, you know? So boom, boom, boom. And that's why if Queen D1, then I can play Knight G4. So the other move to see is Bishop E5, snip, snop, bam, and that's all over. So Knight B1, and the question becomes, well, dude, what are you going to do about Knight D2, followed by like Bishop F1? And I guess the answer is Knight E. Was it Knight E4, boss? Or we make sure we get this. Knight E4, Knight D2, check here, winning. But I just want to check something here. I got to check something. So, by the way, this will be a thing I'll check later with the computer. Could he now do this move? I think the answer is just no. Bishop E5, DE. Wait a second. Yeah, Bishop E5, DE, D4, Queen C7, Knight C5. And I think I'm going to call that winning. That's not something I'm going to call winning. That is winning. That is winning. That is winning. So beautiful variations. And I had to see this when I did it. So Knight B1, Knight E4, and on Knight BD2, I've got this. So let's give Knight H3 an exclam. Okay. Question from the casual player. Queen h7, king f8. Check to the miserable king. Check to the miserable king. Or I don't think I got anything after that. I think the queen's come off. And I think Kate's Money says queen h4 immediately, and that's also possible. This way, you just know they're coming off. You know there's no weird bishop h2, though I think Kate's Money's right. Maybe even clearer to just play queen takes h4. Any case, that's what, once I saw queen h7, I was like, oh no, no knight g4. Thank you for following. No, I couldn't read that one. That was a long handle. I couldn't read that handle. All right, here we go. Knight f1. Okay, so do I have something better than knight fe4? I couldn't find anything, and also I'm happy I only spent 4 minutes on this move. And let's just say I have good pressure, and he responds with f4. Okay, so he's clearly, things have gone wrong for him, obviously. All right, now we're entering the new phase of the game. I played knight c3. Bishop c3. Knight e4. And now dude finally plays rook a1. Let's just be a jerk and write out finally. Rook a1, bishop a1. And what should we say? My sense was that I had a nice position, especially with white's, darn it, bad b on a1, needing some time to fix his problems. Yeah, very upsetting I didn't win this game. All right, so knight g3. I got 12 minutes to make 7 moves or so. And let's give it an exclam. I think it's okay. I don't know. It's not great. I mean, it's not the hardest move to find, but I think it's correct. King f2, and now I make a positional decision that I'm okay with. Knight e2, queen e2. Now I'm going to say, I felt like this should be winning. I really did. Especially when I felt, let's put the numbers on. Especially when I saw that move. I was like, here I felt I must be winning. Yep, Shanklin, dude. I almost said it was the tournament of his life, but he won the U.S. championship once, which had to have been a bigger deal. But still, if he keeps going, this will turn into a bigger deal than that U.S. championship victory. All right, so the guy plays a good move, knight d2. I think it's his only move. And I played bishop c8. Now here's one of the weird things. After the game, the guy was convinced that I was winning after g5. And I didn't know what we were talking about after queen c8, queen h5. Yeah, I don't understand what we're talking about. I still don't get it. I feel like maybe there's something here the computer's going to find. Okay, so let's write it out. My opponent felt after the game that I was winning here, but I'm still not convinced, and it looks like hella counterplay. Like, he wanted like f6 for me here, and I'm like, really, boss? Is, I think, what the guy wanted. Now, this is a good example. If like the computer says this is what I should have done, then I guess. But honestly, I'm fine with what I did, dude. Now my bishop is unopposed, and the b5 pawn is weak, and the endgame should be winning, boss. The endgame should be winning. All right. So knight f3, and now I play a move that was definitely sickening and sad. I played bishop e7. Like a weenie. All right. What was proper chess here? Proper chess was queen b1 or bishop d7. And I kind of like bishop d7 better, so I'm going to put that one as the main variation I should have done, with the intention of knight h4, queen b1, and if queen b2, queen d3, exclam. And I'm going to call this a winning. Well, yeah, it seems winning to me. So maybe winning's too strong. Let's put it clear advantage. Let's put it clear advantage. The reason to put it winning is I think it's queen d3 is stronger than this position, which is also clearly better for black. Let's say slightly better for black. It's at least confusing. Yeah. It's very, this is very pleasant for black. I mean, both of them. So, bishop d7, exclam, honestly, let's write it out. Honestly, a move that should flow from your hand after bishop c8. I almost called myself a bad word there, you know, because I sometimes do that to myself. All right. Okay, so here we go. It's really upsetting. The other move after bishop d7, though, friends, neighbors, is knight e5. That's the problem, though. Wait, take away. Darn it, hold on. Take this away. None. But we have knight e5, exclam is the problem. And that's why queen b1 is stronger, boss. Is it? Let's make sure. So if knight h4, we got bishop d7, transposing to our other variation. And if knight e5, we've got f6. So, the wrong move wasn't flowing from my hand. And queen h5, fe. Black should emerge much better. Is this true, Cry? Hold on. You sure about this, boss? Wording. Knight e5. f6. fe. Queen e8. Snippos. Hippos. Right, I did this. There's a whole variation. Boom, 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 boom. And if queen e6, here, if here, here, like that. And let's just say before you calculate to death, and then when black should believe in his position after FE. All right. What is HAIK door? What does that mean, buddy? Okay, so I did this pathetic move because I wanted my life to be easy. Actually, let's write that. Because I thought life should be easy. Oh, hike to Rosen, lost in the fortress. Well, dude, Magnus doesn't believe in fortresses. Esipenko looked to me like he constructed a fortress and asked Magnus, hey, Magnus, do you believe in fortresses? And Magnus was like, sure, buddy, I'll give you a draw. So that was the end of that game. All right, now this kid, I'm calling him a kid. He's not really a kid. We're at the end of time pressure now, too. So knight e5, and I played f6. In my post game, I had a thought here. What was my thought in the post game? In fact, I think g5 was my original intention. I believe this was my original intention on bishop e7. Queen g4. Check to the miserable king. Queen goes back. Check to the miserable king. Snippos, hippos, jippos, and crippos. And I'm going to say that black is better. F6, you know, it's hard to evaluate. Like, I've let the bulk of my advantage slip either way by playing bishop e7 and allowing knight e5. But that he's able to survive this was also kind of a surprise. All right, so knight c6, he's got 4 minutes left. Bishop d6, I actually have 6 minutes left. One of the things I don't do well, this is a thing I have to improve on, I'm just gonna say it out loud. I'm not good when I actually get to the final minutes of letting my time go all the way down. So those last couple moves, I'm not actually using it because I'm so terrified of going low on time because I grew up in a lifestyle where we didn't have increment. Bishop c3, let's give him, and that was his last move of time control. Let's give him an exclam for bishop c3, intending bishop b4. This was the key move, I guess, I underestimated when this all happened. I played g5. He played bishop b4. I did, what's going on? Bishop b4. Knight b4, gf, queen g4, queen takes, pawn takes, fe, king e3, and right. In this position, the knight has counterplay, boss. And here, I don't think I got anything. And it's very study-like with this weird problem where I'm going to play king f7 and my king doesn't necessarily want to go to f7 But where is it gonna? It's gotta go to one of those squares. We'll see what KGB thinks. I think this is just that I don't got anything left here, and I don't know why it says. Didn't I get more time? It says I got 2 minutes. Did I really tank for half an hour or whatever it was? I might have, dude. I'm confused about the time. All right, I'm going to put down the time. Confused about why I only have 2 minutes here after time control at 40. I guess I tanked, dude, which would be fine. Which would be fine. I mean, yeah, figuring it out. All of a sudden, it's a hard life. Boom, 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 boom. D5, King E7. He might have had other ways to draw this too. Knight A8, good move. Bishop D5, Knight B6, Bishop E6, King G3, King D6. I got 1 minute left here. King H3, and we made a draw around here. Okay, so, my friends, I'll be back at 3. See what KGB says. I'll enter this game. And this guy's name is very hard to spell. All these guys I played, dude, Cherry Blossom. I'd never heard of these people at all. I never heard of any of them, man. I was around 7. I don't know what his rating was. 2100? Not that high. My rating has crashed, so let's give myself 2425. We're going to say boom. We're going to say okay. And I need to raid somebody. Smurberg, you got anybody you want me to raid, bud? Raid. If Why So Serious wasn't so hard to spell with all his Y's, I would consider that. He's 2220. Now, was that FIDE or that with USCF? I think 2220 might be USCF. All right, dude, let's do Anna Kramling. People like Anna Kramling. All right, here we go. Oh, crap, you got to spell raid correctly or else it won't work. If you have not followed the dojo, now's a great time. You can also give us a subscription. If you don't got any cash, there's other ways to support us, man. Just sharing a vid on whatever, Instagram, YouTube, whatever. Reaching out on Twitch with your friends, just hanging out with us. It all helps. All right, everybody. Bye-bye.